What about putting it in your butt?
Like this. Yeah.
She's dancing.
Why are you dancing? Oh!
Ouch.
Hajime! Hi, I have still not gotten a haircut. I need one, really bad. So throughout this vlog, my hair will be many different types. Okay, usually when I make a vlog, I write like an outline like this. And then that's what I'm looking at most of the time, make sure I'm staying on the outline. Today,
I had to make sure the mic was in. And I was trying to get my monkey poster in the thing.
So today I just stared at it and I don't really know what I want to talk about. So I'm just going to shoot from the hip and we'll see how this goes. So finally you guys get some pole vault footage. Here we go. So I've been vaulting since September and I've only been doing like 3 lefts. And with the whole idea of planting early, because with this new postural stuff that I have, I don't feel like the same person. I feel taller and I feel like my back doesn't hurt as much anymore or my shoulders. So that's a good thing. But the bad thing is that everything feels different and new, which makes everything kind of difficult because I've been vaulting for 10 years and now I've been vaulting for
8 weeks. It's kind of what it feels like. So here's what we've been doing.
Monday I was feeling pretty good and I got back to 4 lefts, which is the first time doing 4 lefts probably since Reno, a long time ago. If you've been watching these newest vlogs, you will see that this whole idea of pole vaulting this year is to try a whole different approach mentally. And so with every single thing that comes my way, whether it's wither?
Wither? I didn't mean wither, I meant weather.
Different poles, situations, any variable that comes, I'm just going to roll with it and just go from there. And then if all these feelings and
Anxiety and like craziness comes up and anger and frustration,
I'm just going to sit back into it and try and ask myself what part of me feels that way and then go from there. Minnesota, there are lots of winds, lots of crazy weathers and things like that. So on Monday there was a huge headwind, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and I was just like,
I'm gonna do the best I can today, because it's just a headwind, and I'll treat it like a puzzle.
and it was a good 4 left day, and like I've said throughout these vlogs, speed is the enemy of technique, so the technique was kind of flying out the window. But as the plant got earlier and my arms got more solid, everything started to feel pretty good. And then the next phase after this, after watching these videos, because I hate watching these videos, is to try and get my turn, not earlier, but I want to keep my right hand on my right side of my body, and I think that will keep energy from kind of flying off to the side on me. But that's not what we were working on. We were just working on an early plant and keeping my arms in front of me and keeping them solid. So it was a pretty good day. And then Wednesday we jumped again, and there was a 20-mile-an-hour crosswind. Let's just say it was hard to just hold the pole. I felt like I was running sideways to try and counteract the balance. So what do we do? I was starting to feel frustrated. I was like, whew, take a breath.
You're frustrated because you had this idea of what you want practice to go like in your head. And that's not what reality is right now. Reality isn't what's happening. Reality is there's a crazy crosswind, and you have a lot of options.
Let's try and get something accomplished. So I dropped poles, dropped run, stayed in my long pants because it was cold, stayed in my flats, and we got some stuff done. The plant kind of went straight out the window, but the idea was to get my arms in front of my body so I could kind of swing up and catch the ride. And it took a while, but I ended up kind of doing it. And I left there feeling a lot different than I did when I first had that crazy crosswind. So that's my days of vaulting. On a side note, this is the only time I have ever vaulted outside in November. That's kind of cool to say that. Probably not for you guys in the South, but that's really cool for someone from Minnesota. The goal of this whole year is just to see if I can get back to not having any judgments about pole vault, or look at every single practice and every single day as I did the very first day I pole vaulted. Fresh, without any post or past experiences. Every day is just an experiment. And that's how I'm looking at pole vault now, because the adrenaline's gone, and that's alright. So if I feel like I'm in the sense of curiosity all the time, like what would happen if I
do this? What would happen if I'm 29, in the middle of November, tried to do this with my hands, tried to do this on this pole, with this wind, under these conditions, at this temperature, with my dad watching, at a high school, on these pits, with a workout I did yesterday.
It creates this brand new experience. And so now I'm trying to treat everything in my life right now as a curiosity to see what happens. And I'm using pole vault as my test because I have done a lot of it, and I think it will be the hardest thing to practice this with prior, since I have so much experience with it, which is why I'm using it as my test. I don't know if that makes any sense. How can you look at every experience without past experiences affecting your experience at this exact moment? Can you do that? Can everything feel new like you've done it for the first time? That's my goal. I don't know if you can. We'll see, I'll keep you posted. Oh, I got all those sweet jerseys up on team-hoot.com. I've gotten a few emails saying,
Shawn, those are not $20.
That's right, they are not $20. Because I told you I got the highest quality jerseys that we could. And if I buy every jersey, that's like $30 to $35.
I can't sell them for $20, because then it's me paying you to wear a jersey. That doesn't work, because I don't have any money.
If it costs $30 to $35, and then I gotta pay someone to print them, and then I have to at least make a little bit so I can keep my website up and running, because that costs money every year too. So that's kind of the reason why they're not $20.
In case you guys are wondering, that's why. I'm not trying to rip you off. I'm just trying to make at least $5 per jersey, so I can at least pay for a fifth of the website to keep going.
That's it. Check it out. If you're into it, cool. If not, I'm gonna get my own jerseys anyways. So I'll see you later. Okay, bye. And frustrating at the same time. Sometimes I hate the pole vault and I wish I could just kick it in the nuts. I started out awesome, blowing through poles, blowing through, like, my 4-step went great. I've never blown through that pole that bad before. And my first couple 6 steps were on 16 UCS poles. One of the hardest things I do is I'm both my own coach and I'm the athlete. So inside my brain, where the coach and athlete are living, there's this constant battle between the two of the athlete saying, "You're not training hard enough, you need to do more," and the coach saying, "You're doing too much, back up a little bit, you don't need to do that much. You're not training hard enough, you need to do more. You're doing too much, back up a little bit, you don't need to do that much. You're not training hard enough. You're doing too much, you're not training hard enough. You don't need to do that more. You're not training hard enough, you need to do more. Who do you listen to?" You know what I mean? It's exhausting and it wears me out.